ASUS R2H Ultra Mobile PC, or UMPC. If you remember the UMPCs, they were kind of the beginning of this smaller than a laptop form factor that we started seeing. And the Ultra Mobile PC, this one is a couple years old. I think it came in 2007. Has a Celeron 900M processor, and it came with Windows XP. This was a beta version of Windows 7 I was playing with, but it has no keyboard. The form factor is a slate. It's kind of big and heavy for what it is, but at the time it was pretty much the smallest computer you could buy. It actually has GPS. Wow. That's a GPS antenna on it right there, and it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and a hard drive and all the things that you'd expect of a computer. But it's just a tiny little kind of handheld portable device. Yeah. Where we saw devices go from here was the UMPCs kind of evolved into MIDs, or mobile internet devices, that were smaller form factors. And I don't have one here to show you today, but imagine one of these with, say, a 5-inch screen that's maybe half the thickness.
The Villa S5 is a good example.
Yeah, exactly.
Any of those, yeah.
So the MIDs that you see out there were kind of the next evolution. And then a branch, I don't know that there's a direct descendancy line, but then netbooks kind of branched off into smaller laptops that used a lot of the same components that let UMPCs and MIDs get really small, but were the traditional laptop form factor with a keyboard and a small screen. So the ASUS UMPC in front there is kind of the spiritual predecessor to all these netbooks on display.
Well, and it's funny because the ePad is a story that actually Netbook News recently broke, and then we saw an early prototype at CES. So I mean, it's not too far off what we're actually seeing here. So I mean, it's funny to see people come back around to something that they're claiming is innovative when they've clearly already done it before.
Sometimes technology is a circle. I have a tablet PC in my drawer over there that you can fold over and do the same thing that this ASUS does. So some of the things were maybe ahead of their time, or maybe people just weren't ready to interact with a device like that. But that's one thing I love about the computer industry in particular, and we see a ton of it with netbooks, is that everybody's willing to try something new. Everyone's willing to see, what combination of size and form factor and features and battery life is going to be the one that kind of really captures people. And what that gives us is a really vibrant ecosystem. It's not everything is exactly the same, but if you want a really, really small device that you can throw in your bag and not feel the weight of it, then you can get one. If you want something that has maybe a larger keyboard because you do a lot of writing and a lot of typing, you can get one of those too. And it doesn't, it gives you lots of choices.